Today we're diving into one of the most famously tricky, but honestly, one of the most fascinating parts of the Japanese language. We're talking about honorifics, the system known as Keigo.
So, if you've ever tried to learn Japanese, you've definitely run into this. You learn a simple word like to see, you think you've got it down, and then, bam! You discover there are like 3 or 4 other words that mean the exact same thing. So why? What's going on there? That's the exact question we're going to answer today.
All right, to really get it, we need to move past the first thing everyone learns about polite Japanese.
Pretty much every Japanese textbook starts right here. You learn the plain form, iku, which you use with your friends, and the polite form, ikimasu, for strangers or in more formal settings. Easy enough, right? But here's the thing. That's just level 1. The real system, the one that causes all the confusion, is way more interesting.
So, what is this deeper system? Well, it has a name. And that name is the key to unlocking this whole thing. It's called Keigo.
Keigo, and if you look at the characters, it literally means respect language. Isn't just a random list of fancy words. It's much cooler than that. Think of it like a social toolkit that's built right into the language itself, designed to help you navigate relationships and social situations.
And this, right here, is the absolute key to understanding everything. With Keigo, the word you pick for something as simple as to see has almost nothing to do with the act of seeing itself. It has everything to do with your relationship to the person you're speaking to and, just as importantly, who or what you're talking about.
So how does it work? What's the decision-making process here? Well, it all boils down to this one beautiful, simple choice. In any given situation, you're doing one of two things. You either pick words that elevate the other person, or you pick words that humble yourself. That's it. That's the secret. The entire system is built on that single choice.
So, let's break down that first path, elevating others. This category of language is called Sun Keigo, which we can translate as respectful language.
So when do you use it? You use Sun Keigo anytime you are describing the actions of someone you respect. You know, like your boss, a professor, or an important client. When you talk about what they are doing, what they see, or what they eat, you use a special set of verbs that puts them on a verbal pedestal, so to speak.
And just look at how the verbs totally change. It's not just a different ending. The whole word is different. The normal verb for to see, miru, becomes goran ni naru when you're talking about your boss seeing something. The plain verb to eat, taberu, transforms into meshiagaru. You're literally using a more elegant word to describe their action. And that's how you show respect. Okay, so that's one side of the coin. Now let's flip it over and look at the other choice, humbling yourself. This is called kenjugo, or humble language.
Now, this is where it gets really clever. When you talk to your boss about something that you did, you use a completely different set of verbs. The logic here is just beautiful. By using plain, modest words to describe your own actions, you are, by contrast, elevating the person you're speaking to.
Let's look at those same verbs again. When you see something while talking to your boss, that same old miru becomes haiken suru. And when you eat, taberu becomes itadaku. So think about it like this. If the CEO ate the last piece of cake, she meshiagaru it. But if you ate it and you're telling her about it, you itadaku it. See, it's the same cake, the same action of eating, but the verb you choose tells the entire story of your social relationship.
And once you get that, you realize Keigo isn't some list of grammar rules you have to painfully memorize. It's like your social compass. It's a tool that's constantly helping you orient yourself in relation to everyone else around you.
So if you ever feel lost in a Japanese conversation, just bring it back to this one simple, powerful idea. Whose action are you talking about? If it's someone you respect, pick a word that elevates them. If it's you, pick a word that humbles yourself.
So, to wrap it all up, the most important thing to remember is that Keigo is a social tool. It's not just dry grammar. It's all about expressing social distance and respect. And it does this mainly through those 2 paths we talked about. Sankeigo for elevating others, and Kenjogo for humbling yourself. The words you choose are constantly sending signals about who you are, who they are, and how you relate to each other.
It's really an amazing system for encoding social structure right into the fabric of everyday speech. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. What are the subtle, unspoken rules that your own language reveals about your culture? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.